I'm all puffed up and full of self and stuff, because this knowledge cost me. But I saw things taking place in the earth that caused me to wonder whether we were in the time of tribulation or not. And in the seeking the answer to that question, I became Pandora's box. Because what none of us knew was that in order to have the key to the words, the key of David, the key opener of loving, you had to be it. This is where the understanding of predestination comes from. There are patterns in the earth and in the heavens that are looped, and every time the cycle for humanity goes through, there are variables. This is the intricate weaving of the Holy Spirit, and it is our free will that creates the variables to it. The pattern is the same. The outcome differs from one cycle to the next. And we are at the end of our cycle, preparing for the time of rest for the Father's kingdom. And all of this is done because there was war in heaven. And how did war in heaven take place? Because contrary to what we have been led to believe, angelic, divine offspring were created to have free will as well. But because they were made from both life and death in varying measure, this equates to good and evil within the individual person. And because of this, as we see in the earth, good fighting against evil all over and over and over, unrestrained zealotry, but usually with ulterior motives, causing war to take place in the earth, and greed, and all of the weaknesses of mankind causing perpetual war. All of it comes to a head at the end of the cycle. And Father sends in a messenger to free the remnant from their bondage of primarily religion. I have been researching for years at the request of the Father, and my personal definition of religion is a set of rules created by men by which they can comfortably worship the one they call God. Alright? And what has a tendency to happen is they put burdens on the adherents, usually through a state of fear. But that creates bondage for them, and Father desires for us to be free. Now, what does that mean, to be free? That knowing the difference between right and wrong, and being governed by divine law, that we are free in our personages to be what He has called us to be. That we can be men and be women, and knowing that He designed us that way for a particular reason. And we're coming out of a period where anything goes, and immorality is at an apex. And what I saw taking place in the earth that caused me to cry out to him was the threat to our future generations. That I looked and I saw that in less than 2 generations there would be no true knowledge of the Godhead, our divine progenitors in the earth. And when you lose that knowledge and understanding, mankind will ultimately wind up destroying themselves. Because the Father and the balance between the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Spirit, who includes the Mashiachs, okay? They are echad, a unity of one. Truth lacks. And I have a limited amount of storage for a video to post on MeWe, so I'm going to stop here and start up again. I have no idea how long I'm going to go on today, so I'll be back.